Welcome on your first meeting on how to get started in 3ds Max. Here is the title bar that shows the title of your project and the program you are working on. The next is the menu bar. The menu bar located directly under the main window title bar. It indicates the purpose of the command on the menu. Let's go to File and save our work. Save. We go to Desktop. Right click. New folder. Double click and create a name for your project. For example, Project 0. Click on Save. The name shows into your title bar. Next, we're going to see the main toolbar. Provide quick access to tools and dialog for many of the most common tasks in 3ds Max. We will look at it in depth in further lesson. Here we have the command panel. It comprises 6 user interface panels that give you access to most of the modeling features of 3ds Max. Here there are some 4 divided screens that call viewport, each viewport that shows a different part of the scene. For example, when we click on the first viewport, there is a yellow frame highlighted the first window or viewport, which shows the top view. Here we have front view, left view, and perspective. Here on the file menu as well, we can import some file. We can merge also files as well. And we can also export our file that we are working on. Let's manage our workspace through the menu bar and change the unit setup. We go on Customize, Unit Setup. We go to the System Unit Setup and we change it into meters. Click on OK. Also, the display unit scale in the workspace, we will check on the meter and we make sure that we are selected meters units. You can change the unit to millimeters, centimeters, and so on. But for now, we're going to work on the meters. Click on OK. Let's manage utility to make our workflow easy. We go back to Customize, and this time we choose Preferences. Okay, we will focus on the General and the levels. We will change the value to 100. This level refers to the times 3ds Max can undo using Ctrl Z, and how many times to go back on the previous step. 100 is enough. We will go into Files tab. Make sure to check Backup on Save and Compress on Save. This will allow 3ds Max to save multiple files and compress them so your hardware won't get filled very quickly. Increment on Save allows you to save multiple files without changing the original one. Make sure to enable the auto backup. Number of auto back files, make it 5 files, and the interval, make it 15 minutes. Lower than 15 minutes will make your 3ds Max program work very slow. You can also change the auto backup name and name it, for example, my file. Click on OK. In order to see your backup files, you will find them in Document. So you go to File, Open, this PC, double click on Document, double click on 3D Max 2020, and then click on Autoback, and you will find all of your Autoback files saved under this file. And you can choose which one you wanted to open. For the increment on Save, we go on Customize, Preference. Make sure you click on the Files tab, and make sure you check on the Increment on Save. Click OK. As I said previously, Increment on Save means that every change you have done into the file, when you click on Save, a new file will create it. Let's try to create something into our interface. Go to Create, Geometry, click on Box, and let's create a simple box. When I click into Save, you can see the name of the project has changed. So it was Project 0 and now it is Project 4. Let's create another box. File, Save. You can see now another file has been created. Now every time I change into my workspace, now let's click Ctrl and the letter S, and you will see here a new folder or new project has been added and saved, and each time I save it, the name of the folder will change accordingly. This is how to save on Increment. Let's uncheck the increment and see the let's uncheck increment and see the difference. Go to Customize, Preferences, uncheck Increment on Save. We click OK. Let us create another box and let's click on Save and see what's happened. When we click on Save, the scene that I have changed has been saved on the same project or on the same file that I have created and on the same name. Now let's try to import AutoCAD file into our scene. Let's go to File, Import. We click on Import. When you click on the file, there is a window that asks you, how are you going to import your file? Make sure you rescale it into meter. And make sure you click Auto Smooth Adjacent Faces. We go to Layer, and you can select from the list the desirable layers, or you can click All Layers. Click on OK, and now the plan on your AutoCAD file is merged into the scene. For importing another 3ds Max file into your scene, go to File, Import. Instead of clicking Import, click on Merge. Merge is used when you want to import a 3ds Max file into your 3ds Max scene, while import, if there is a non-3ds Max scene like AutoCAD, you import it through Import. So for now, I'm going to import a 3ds Max model into my scene. Double click on it. We will select everything on this panel, or we can click on all. Click OK. Now, the model, it's imported into your scene. This is the end of our lesson. Next lesson, we're going to see how we create an object and how to use the toolbar and object selection and transformation. See you next class.